They say some places hold on to the past, that the echoes of suffering can linger for centuries. Tonight, we're journeying to one of America's most haunted locations, Philadelphia's Eastern State Penitentiary. This isn't just an old prison. It was a fortress of isolation, designed to break the human spirit. And some spirits, they say, never left. Imagine being thrown into a cold stone cell, not for a few days, but for years. The only light comes from a single slit in the ceiling, the eye of God. You're not allowed to speak to anyone, see anyone. When you're moved, a thick hood is pulled over your head so you can't even glimpse another human face. This was the reality at Eastern State. This extreme solitude, known as the Pennsylvania system, was meant to force penitence, to make you reflect on your crimes. But for many, it just led to madness. The psychological torment was so intense that the walls themselves seemed to absorb the despair. Construction began in 1829, and for over 140 years, it housed some of the country's most notorious criminals, including the infamous Al Capone. But it wasn't just the famous inmates who left their mark. Thousands of men and women suffered within these walls, their anguish soaking into the very mortar. When the prison finally closed its doors in 1971, it fell into ruin. But the stories were just beginning. Staff, visitors, and paranormal investigators have all reported terrifying encounters. Cell Block 12 is notorious for the sound of disembodied laughter echoing down the empty corridor. In Cell Block 6, shadowy figures are seen darting between the cells, just at the edge of your vision. Then there's the solitary confinement block, known as the Hole. It was an underground cell, completely dark, where misbehaving inmates were left with nothing but rats and their own escalating terror. People who stand near it today often report feeling an overwhelming sense of dread, as if unseen hands are pushing them away. One of the most active areas is Cell Block 4. Countless visitors and guards have heard the chilling sounds of someone wailing and crying. The most famous story comes from a locksmith who was working to remove an old lock from a cell door. Suddenly, he was overcome by a powerful force, as if a group of spirits were holding him down, rendering him unable to move. He described seeing tortured faces swirling around him in the darkness of the cell, their silent screams filling his mind. But perhaps the most unnerving experience is the feeling of being watched. As you walk down the long, crumbling cell blocks, the rows of empty, dark doorways feel like 1,000 eyes following your every move. You'll hear a cell door slam shut in the distance, but when you investigate, you find you're completely alone. Or are you? You might hear the faint sound of footsteps shuffling behind you, but when you turn around, there's nothing there but decaying plaster and dust motes dancing in the faint light. Even Al Capone, the feared Chicago gangster, claimed he was haunted during his time here. He spent 8 months in a surprisingly comfortable cell, but he was reportedly tormented by the ghost of James Clark, one of the men killed in the St. Valentine's Day massacre. Capone would scream in the middle of the night, begging Jimmy to leave him alone. Was it guilt playing tricks on his mind, or was something truly supernatural stalking him in his cell? Today, Eastern State Penitentiary stands as a preserved ruin, a museum by day and a ghost hunter's paradise by night. The peeling paint, the rusted beds, the chilling silence. It all serves as a stark reminder of the misery that once filled this place. So the next time you think about haunted places, remember Eastern State. It's a place where the line between history and horror is blurred, where the tormented souls of the past are said to still walk the halls, forever serving their sentence. Thanks so much for joining me on this journey into the dark history of Eastern State. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more tales from the world's most haunted locations. Stay safe, and see you next time.